So yes, coding is hard, but what isn't?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Because I always see these videos like people be like, okay, coding is easy, coding is this, coding is that, coding is this. At least for me, my experience, coding is not easy. Coding is hard. It's hard, very hard. Just the other day, I was frustrated. Because I don't remember what exactly, but there was something I couldn't figure out about the project I'm working on, and it even had to do like planning. And I was in the planning phase. By planning phase, I mean I was using the diagrams to plan out everything, because if you've built a project out of your mind, like it's a one-of-one project, chances are you get stuck, like wondering, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do it? And while you're creating this, you're like, oh yes, I can add that, I can do this, I can do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. And so that your head just ends up spiraling out of control. But the whole purpose of this video is just to say, yes, coding is hard. At least for me, coding is very, 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 not very, very, very difficult, but it is difficult. And this is especially for my brothers and sisters who are self-taught. Because if you are self-taught, I believe it's easy to just be like, I quit. Let me stop doing this. And my message to you is, man, don't quit. There's a lot of money to be made. Why quit now? So NJ, coding is difficult. At least for me, coding is difficult. And for some people, surely it is easy, because as humans, we are all different. Some other people's brain work in a way in such that it's easier for them to solve like coding problems. It's just easy, it just comes natural. Whereas for me and you, your average Joe, or maybe below average Joes, who have to work a little bit extra hard, and not even maybe work extra hard, just being more consistent and always doing things that challenge you. Because I know for a fact that the reason I've been experiencing slow progress is because I haven't really been challenging myself and pushing myself to the limit. So this is for my kind of self-taught brothers who are in their self-taught journey, and I just want to say, coding is not easy. It is hard, and this does not come from someone who's experienced. I'm also a student doing my final year, and right now I'm working on my portfolio picture, so that next year I do not have any trouble getting a job. So yes, I'm working on a full stack portfolio project, and already, even before touching any code, already I was experiencing some difficulties trying to figure out how I'm going to implement specific features. But the thing is, as I'm creating this project, I don't want to look at everything up and just follow the tutorial. I'm just trying to figure everything out myself. Was it's both a project for my portfolio and a project to kind of increase up my skills at the same time. And facing difficulties is part of the game, I think. Because again, I'm not experienced. I'm just a student who's studying IT, becoming IT, who's kind of communicating and struggling. I think at least it's part of the process. And if it was easy, everyone will do it. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Everyone would be a programmer. Programmers wouldn't be paid such high wages if everyone could just be like, oh, I can program. Because even if ChatGPT generates the code for you, to an extent you have to understand it, because ChatGPT, I wouldn't say it does make errors, but I find that whenever I ask ChatGPT for something, I just want to get the general idea of that thing. Not that really I'm just going to copy all the code ChatGPT generates and paste. No. Just wanna get an idea. But basically, this is the whole purpose of this video. Short video just to say, facing difficulties is okay, and feeling like you're an imposter is normal. And if you feel like an imposter, it's normal, because I also sometimes feel like I'm an imposter. But like, maybe I'm not really good at this. And the scariest part, what's the scariest part? It's actually the fact that we'll go for coding interviews. Going to go for coding interviews where you have to solve problems in front of people. That's very scary. At least for me, it's very, very scary. But I know when the time does come, which it will come, I'll have to show up. I just have to show up as hard as it is. Even what I fail or succeed, I'll just show up. do my best, because that's all we can do. We can do our best and always strive to get better, always working towards to being better. Because unlike other careers, in our careers, you have to actually prove yourself before you get hired. What I mean by that, we're going to have to go to coding interviews, answer questions regarding coding, solve problems on a board if we have to, out loud, So career njalo. So you have to stay strong and just keep on pushing forward, because I'm sure at the end it is going to be worth it. And this is coming from someone who did IT in high school. Even though I wasn't really good at it. In fact, I was horrible. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 or 2 over 10. That's how horrible I was, because I just didn't understand anything. I was like, huh? This was me, like the whole entire, from grade 10 up to grade 12. I was like, huh? But then I reached grade 12, past Ngomusa Wenkosi. That's because I believe I excelled at Itior. So I was able to cover up Ihlazo le practical, And that's just basic. I was able to cover up Ihlazo le practical. Then after I finished high school, me and my friend had this idea, and I had to build the website for that idea. And I was like, okay, let me learn web development. I bought a course from Udemy, the best decision I ever made. And that course was by Angela Yu, the web bootcamp. So it's a web development bootcamp course on Udemy. Then, by the way, Angela Yu was a good teacher. She's actually the person who got me to fall in love with coding, with programming, because I hated it. I don't want to lie. From grade 10 up to 12, after I finished high school, I hated programming because I knew I was horrible at it. And because I knew I was horrible at it, it kind of prevented me from even trying. Because back then I was the type of person, if I found something difficult, I won't even try. I'll be like, okay, we're gonna fail, so what's the point of trying? But now, through growing up and being mature, I understand that facing difficulties is part of the game, which is why I'm very passionate about this topic. Because right as things stand at this point that I am, I understand that even when I do face difficulties, I understand that it's all part of the game, and I will overcome those difficulties. But the main thing is to not give up. That's the most important thing. It is not giving up. It's just always rising to the occasion, or if not rising to the occasion, taking a step back and just like chilling. Taking a step back, just like chilling. Instead of just being there on your laptop or computer, just take a step back and like chill. Watch some YouTube videos. Even stop coding for a day. That's what I did when I had recently when I had the problem that I was telling you about. That's regarding my portfolio project. I'm like, hey man, I'm tired of this. Luckily, it was already around 5 p.m., which is around the time that I work out. So I was like, okay, let me just go and work out. Did my workout, came back. And I was like, you know what? I don't understand this. I'm gonna just build the UI for this project. I'm gonna just build the HTML and CSS. Even though I'm not using HTML and CSS, I'm using Vue.js. Like, let me just build it out. I know the combos are going to communicate as I am building the project, because end of the day, it's my project and it's just straight out of the dome, comes out of my head. So I know what I need to do. I'm the one who defines the rules and what I have and what not. But the whole point is to tell you that don't give up. And if you are facing difficulties, just know that you'll overcome them. Do not be discouraged. I believe for normal folks like me, who are average or below average, it's normal to come across problems. Always facing difficulties. Always. But what's important is just overcoming them. Because I remember at some point, I couldn't even do pull-ups. I couldn't do more than 3 pull-ups. But now I can hit 10 pull-ups easy. Why? Because I always showed up. I did not give up. Always showed up. Tried. Then we went from 3, 4, 5, 6, and bam. now you can do 10. So guys, squeaking is code. There's a lot of money to be made. You gotta secure the bag. So this is your boy Steno signing out.